might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So this is Tech Coach Ralph. We are going to do a little bit of working today. So the story behind this is I was planning on working this coming week to pushing the iOS version of the time cost calculator to the iOS App Store. But when I logged in the other day, and I'll show you that as we get into it, when I logged in the other day, it said I only had 4 days left to push the before like the trial expired or something like that, or the test mode expired. So I was like, oh well, I don't know what's going to happen after those 4 days expire. So let me go ahead and finish this, finalize this, push it to the App Store, and at least another 90 days can get started. But I think after we get this latest push, I'll probably leave it in test mode for about a week or two, and then we're going to go and make it, whatever the next step is to get it live in production, so that we can actually have an app in each store that we built together through the working on a Flutter in the mornings for coffee and counter, right? So kind of an impromptu show, but hey, that's what we do here. We put in the work, whatever we have to do. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So no real announcements, no real agenda. We're just gonna get to work. I will say tomorrow we're doing our normal schedule. We're going live tomorrow. We're going to do Terraform, and we're gonna keep working through our infrastructure stuff. I'm gonna do some research on it today to see why am I getting some issues. But nonetheless, regular schedule. But we're just gonna get to work here. I don't want to spend too much time. I'm gonna try to go get through it as quick as possible so we can enjoy the rest of our Saturday. But yeah, so let's get into it. So I have on one screen, I have the code up, and on the other screen, I have the developer stuff up. So let's go through the developer first, so I can show you the developer portal for Apple, so I can show you what triggered me to work on this today as opposed to during the mornings, because I have more time today than I do in the mornings. All right. So let's see here. Who is this? You're talking about that's David Goggins. And let me check the chat real quick. Before we get into it, because I have my people in the building. Your car says salute to Tech Coach Ralph. Salute to you as well. Antonio Watkins in the building saying, let's go. Let's do it. We work. Like you see the shirt here, right? No days off. We put in the work. Because we have goals. We don't have dreams, we have goals. And we're on a mission. And Antonio Watkins says, also driving and listening. Shout out to the truck drivers out there. And I wish that emoji would show up on the screen, but it looks like those emojis don't show up. But that is David Goggins. And Mitch is in the building. Mitch, I thought you were working. I thought you were working, Mitch. Mitch says, hey. I'm gonna get that soundbite. Every time Mitch says, hey, I'm gonna play that soundbite, but I don't have it yet. So just wait for it. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have that soundbite, Mitch. Tomorrow. All right. So let's get to it. Let me go to this screen. All right. So the Apple developer portal, right? It is so it's not free. I think it's $100 a year. To be part of the Apple developer portal. I paid $25 for Android. I'm not sure if that's yearly or a one-time thing for Android, but I paid $25 for it. To develop on the Apple platform, you do have to pay. So but you get to develop on their system. You get to put it in their app store. So hey, you got to pay to play. All right, you have to pay to play. So let's get to it. So this is so after I'm already logged in, but this is the page once for developers. And if I go to my account over here and I go to apps, where it's going to show me. So it takes me to the App Store Connect page, and it has the time cost calculator, right? So when I create it, it's on version 1.0. If we go in here, and I will show you what made me get into, where was that? Where did I see that? It was, let me see, not this one. Was it test flight? It was somewhere in here that I saw. Yeah, you see right here, expires in 2 days. In testing mode, expires in 2 days. So I was like, all right. Let's not let it expire, and let's do the latest version of it. So version 1.0.3. We want to go to version 1.1, I think I set it up to, build number 7. So it is what it is. So what I'm going to do before we actually go and build and push, I want, because I added one more thing, like the feedback form on the app. So I wanted to run it on the emulator first, and then we can go and start to do all the steps necessary to build it. All right. So let me open up. So in order to develop in iOS, you have to have a Mac, right? And you need to have the software on the Mac called Xcode. Comes with it. We spoke about this in the mornings when we first got started on this, but I have Xcode, I have a Mac, and I'm going to open up the iOS simulator if I can find it. All right, so hopefully this works, because sometimes the simulator gets a little iffy. But let's go to, let me see. Let me go to simulator, and I'm gonna go to open simulator. Oh, there it goes. Yep, it worked. All right, cool. I'm going to bring this over to the screen, and I can, let's make this a little smaller. Main. All right, so we got main. All right, cool. So let me bring this simulator. Well, not yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the main on the iPhone 15 Pro Max emulator. And once that gets all started up, we should be good to go. So once we do this, then we just have to do our build and go from there. Is it starting though? All right, there we go. So takes a little bit of time for, oh, never mind. It started. All right, so now we're gonna go into Android Studio. And it's amazing, right? You can build the iOS app and run it from Android Studio, which seems weird, but it's like Flutter works inside of Android Studio. So let's go and kick it off. I'll tell you this, as a QA engineer, I understand why they say that you should not test your own code, because there's so many things that can be missed, because you're having to shift between the developer mindset and a QA mindset is not the easiest thing. Using test-driven development, you're able to catch more stuff, especially if you come from that QA mindset. But it's still like practically impossible to do both, right? And that's why you should not test your own code. You should work with QA engineers and things like that, so that your code can be properly tested. Even if like me, like I do QA every single day, but when I write my own code, I always seem to miss something, but that gives a great opportunity for the coaching group, for the tech barbarians, so that they can find bugs and learn and figure out how to report it. Because imagine if all the code I wrote was perfect, where would they get the opportunity to actually QA and find things, and that's that real life practical experience that I'm always talking about. All right, so let's wait for it to get started. And while we do that, let's see. Mitch says he got he got you up on my third screen. That's what I'm talking about. So I forgot about this morning, but Mitch, I I told your car. In the Millionaire Morning Show, he put in the chat about his future wife or something like that, and I was like, oh, I gotta tell Mitch that you shoot from 35 feet too. Everybody's shooting their shots. Oh my goodness, we're crazy. Are we allowed to have this much fun in tech? Like, let me know. What do your car? Are we allowed to have this much fun in tech? Because somebody said once that tech is supposed to be boring, or not that it's supposed to be that tech is boring. Like they were studying to be a software engineer, and they're like, oh, it's not my personality. It's too boring. And I don't know. When we're here, I just see us having a bunch of fun. I see us like, let me know. Let me know. Am I off? Am I off? Are we allowed to have this much fun in tech? You know? Let me know what you think. Oh my goodness. It's hilarious. All right. And as you see the app, it's gonna, as it pops up, it's building the code, and then the form is in the chat if the form is in the chat if anybody wants to sign up to be a tester. Tech is hard, people are fun. There you go. That's a good way to put it. That is a good way to put it. Tech is hard, but the people make it fun. It's all about the atmosphere. Like some companies, they might have a bunch of like people who are robots, and like you tell a joke and they don't know what's going on, and then come hang out with us. We're doing some really cool stuff with some like it was so fun building this app, getting some ideas and getting some feedback. Like I remember somebody told me, oh, think about accessibility. I hit that on the nail. Accessibility. Oh, look at shout out to me. Shout out to me with the accessibility. And they said, when you with the input fields, it might be hard for some people to see. Consider putting like an outline around it. I'm like, and then figured out how to do that. Looks good. And when you are building stuff that interests you and you're working for companies that interest you as well, it makes it a little bit easier. Like, trust me, I would have no problem working for a company that doesn't interest me, but it's a lot more enjoyable because I work for a sports video company. So getting to see the impact that we have on these young athletes and things like that, on the coaches, it's fun, and learning about the streaming technology. I have a much better understanding of how like YouTube and stuff works like that, of how all the streaming platforms. So I think tech, although it's hard, it's also can be very fun if you make it fun, because you can do anything. You can make it fun or you can make it terrible. Like I'm sure if you played sports as a kid, you could be on a team that the coach was terrible, the team was terrible, and it wouldn't be fun. Or you can be on a team that it was like, for example, thinking about the Lakers when it was Kobe and and Shaq. The friction between the two of them might have made it not as fun to be on that team, although they were very successful. But then you think about a team like I'll say the Warriors, and maybe pre Durant and possibly post Durant. I don't know, but they look like they had fun. They look like they had fun. I could be wrong, but they look like they had fun. Um, any other teams? Like I would say the Bulls didn't look like they stood on business, but they didn't look like a fun team. Anything else? The Heat, when they had LeBron and when they had Wade and Bosh, they looked like they could have been a fun team, somewhat. Maybe not so fun when they were losing in the beginning. I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's a big aspect plays about like the type of team you play on. All right, so the app is up. Let's do one last quick check. Oh, where is the? Oh, it's not okay. It's not totally up yet because it doesn't have the. Doesn't have the. Doesn't show the ads. and it doesn't show. All right, it's not. It's Flutter updating compiler backend debug. Looks like it's not totally done yet. Yep, there you go. There, accessibility. 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 Can you use that in a sentence, please? All right. So let's see. Come on. Syncing files to device 15 iPhone 15 Pro Max. Almost there. Because we should have the ads showing as well as the link that we added. Well, I added that link towards the bottom of the page. I added and a link. I added the button and a link if I can find it. Let's see. Submit. What in the world? What happened to my? Uh-oh, that's not good. Did I lose some code here? Reset button confirmed. Cancel. Let's see. Oh my, what's going on? All right, something's not right here. Something isn't right because this code looks a little bit older. What happened to my code? Maybe we're going to take a little bit more time than expected because this was supposed to be all said and done already. Ah, ha! Okay. Okay. My bad. I opened the wrong project. This is when I was trying to fix things, and I was like, what in the world is... All right. So, let's stop it. Whew, that was a close call. My heart almost stopped. I'm like, did I lose all the work from the other day? So, we're going to go File, Open, Recent Projects, and Time Cost Calculator, not Time Cost Calculator 2. Whew, that was a close one. That was a close one. All right, so your car used accessibility in a sentence. It says, AD removed true to myself's accessibility to moderate. I sure did open up the wrong file. I was like, what? Oh my God, that was crazy. I was like, what in the world is going on here? Where is the actual code? All right, so let's start it up again. All right, we're here. We're going to go to main. And all right, there goes the feedback right here. That's what I was nervous. All right, cool. I'm like, I have to do this. So we're back to not being a very long show, right? Ooh. Look at that. All right, so starting it up again. And we're going to run it on here. So I waited all that time just for it to tell me that, yeah, you opened up the wrong folder and you built the wrong app. Imagine if I had built this on and like so imagine this, right? And you hear like some of these developer errors and you're like, how did that happen? So Yukar, imagine this. Imagine if I didn't realize, like if I didn't do this part right here where I was like, oh, let me test it before I actually push it up to the App Store. And I just went in and I did the build command and I got the IPA file and I just uploaded it. And then I'm like, what in the world is going on here? This is why testing is important. Because that could have went very, very poorly. That could have went poorly. But hey, That's why we do what we do. All right. So now when this loads, it should come up with the app or with the ads as well as other the feedback form. And we're going to test that, make sure it works all good. And then we're going to build the iOS code. And while it's building and while it's loading it, let's go ahead and let's look at the what it's going to take to get into the App Store, right? So build and release in iOS app. We have register your app. So we already did this. Register your app on the App Store Connect. Register the bundle ID. I think we probably have that done already. Creating an application record on App Store Connect. We have that as well. And review Xcode settings. I believe we have that too. But we'll just follow it along is there. But then at the end of the day, we're gonna do all of this stuff, and then we're going to I think we have to build it from. Do I have to? Double check. I have all this stuff. This was done back in February. This is already done in the pubspec.yaml. And then we're going to go into Flutter Build IPA. And by specifying build name and build number, both the version and the build number can be overridden. Okay, so we don't need to overwrite it because we already updated that. So we'll have the build name and the build number, and then in iOS build name, can override the pubspec YAML build name and next. Okay, next. So we're gonna do it straight from Flutter though, and then create an app bundle. Run Flutter build IPA to produce in Xcode archive. Cool, and then we're gonna upload. All right, cool. Once app bundle is created, upload to by either install open app transport Mac OS. I think that's the one I did last time. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. So that's pretty much the steps that we're going to follow. And as we go along, I'm sure we'll run into some issues, but we'll figure it out right here. So the app is loaded. We have our ads showing. Just throwing something in here. So based on the numbers that we looked at earlier today, right? Let's say a median of 85,000 means an hour of your time based on the formula. Oh, let's make sure this opens and closes without any issues as well. The time, highly recommend anyone watch this video, right? How much is an hour of your time worth? And we're not crashing. We're not crashing. We're not crashing. Awesome. And an hour of your time, $9.70 if you make $85,000 a year. And let's say we put something. Well, first let's clear this field out. Cool. And let's say we put another 75,000. And here we're saying total amount of hours spent on activity. Let's say that was 5 hours. So it costs you $42. But let's say you're going to the movies, right? It takes you. Let's say you're going to go to the movies for 5 hours, and so it's going to cost you $42.80 of your time. But now let's say how much is the movies nowadays? I don't even know. I haven't been to the movies in forever. Let's say you're spending. Let's say you're spending. Is 60 reasonable for the movies nowadays? I have no idea. So you're spending 60, right? So and you are making absolutely nothing from going to the movies. Zero, zilch, nada. So it costs you $102.80 if you were to make. So the true cost of what in the world is that? Am I back? Am I still here? If you guys are able to hear me, let me know if I'm back. Let me see. Am I back? I'm not back. All right. We're good. So what happened was Ecamm went up and took like 81 gigs of memory. I only have 16. So I don't know. That was weird. That was weird. But I think we're good. I think we're good. I'll monitor that because that was weird. Never saw that happen before. But we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Cool. That was a close call. That was a close call. Happy I set YouTube not to auto stop, which is a little trick to so your stream doesn't get cut off when you have either bad internet or bad software at a time, right? So let's get back to it. So we were looking at over here, and what I was saying was when you are, let me move this thing out of my face. Not that. All right. Anyways, so what I was saying, now if you because you're not making any money off going back to it, you're not making any money off the movies, going to the movies. So it costs you about $102.80. We can clear that, can clear that, and can clear that. So let's go ahead back and put this over here, right? And nothing but so now if we reset the calculator, now we have, are you sure you want to reset, confirm, all the fields get reset. Let's say you want to submit some feedback. You click on that right there. Takes you to a form on Google Docs where you can submit some feedback and all good. Perfect. Perfect. Cool. So I think we're good. I think we are ready to build the application. I am going to shut down or make sure my ads are up. iOS. All right, cool. We're good. We are good. And now let me confirm. One more thing I need to confirm. I need to confirm that I have the right. Let me see. Make sure there's no sensitive data that's going to be shared. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm going to the pod file. Pods, maybe. I'm just confirming that the, let's see, add mob. So I use add mob for the ads, and I just want to confirm that I have the right Apple, code in there. So we go to iOS. So I can show you that screen. Let's go here. And if we go to app settings, and this is the iOS one, and what page is this supposed to be in? Let's see. Let's see. Where does, so I'm just looking to make sure I have this on the right spot. I remember I went somewhere for it. iOS. And all right, let's Google it real quick. What or add mob iOS Flutter. and add your Flutter, add as your Flutter app or game. I just want to see where it's supposed to go for iOS in here. iOS, it goes inside of the info.plist. That's where it is. So let me go back to pull up info.plist. Yep, it's right there. It is right here. Info.plist, and it is right there. Make sure I have the right one in there. Yep, cool. We are good to go. Cool. We're ready to build. We are ready to build. So let me go ahead and shut down the emulator because that takes this space as well, or memory, I should say. And not too bad actually. But let's shut it down. I am going to turn this off, as well as exit the simulator. All right, so let me pull up this documentation again. And it says that we're going to do, so now we're at the step of building. Did all of this stuff. And we have our version updated. So inside of here, we are going to go to terminal. We're going to do Flutter Build IPA. And now this should build our iOS file, our IPA file, which IPA is the format that is used in for iOS apps. And your car kindly let me know that I'm not back. Let's see. So now it's pretty much built. It's pretty much running the same Xcode build that it had to run in order to for us to get it on the emulator, because the simulators, they act just like it's a real phone for the most part. But so that's why you can be able to run their apps on it and do all types of different things. And now it's just, so the build has to run to put it on there. Now we're going to do the same thing, run the build, so that it generates the file for us, and then we're going to upload the file to the Apple stuff. While that's happening, I can open up I think I still have Xcode open. Let me see where it talks about. So while it's doing that, let me see where it talks about the transport tool. We did all this. We're upload the app to the App Store. So once the app is built, it's created, uploaded to the App Store Connect by either install the I think I do have this. So let me see. Let me pull it up. It's called Transporter. There you go. Delivered on February 12th, 2024 at 3:17 p.m. I tell you, I probably didn't sleep that night. I think I went to sleep at like 5 a.m. getting it into, or not that night, but when I was working on it, I went to sleep around like 5 a.m. getting it into the, what in the world? Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me here. Let's do reopen. Like, it was like a Saturday night. I went to sleep around like 3 a.m. getting it to, like, signing up for the app stores and everything like that, getting it to be able to to be able to go into the app stores. And then they approved me like on that Monday morning, and I started uploading to the app stores. Let's go to log in, or that's log. All right, cool. Let's go here, view in App Store Connect. So how do we get it in here? That's the next thing. So let's look at here. Oh, we're just gonna drag and drop the Build iOS IPA into the app. All right, cool. So we're gonna have this here, and let's go to. We have movement happening over here. It is app setting validation, version 1.2, build number 7, display name, time cost calculator, deployment target 12.0, bundle identifier. That to update the settings, go here. Build App Store IPA is doing that right now. And after it builds the App Store IPA, it is going to give us a it's going to give us the path to it locally, and we're going to get that. We're going to drag it into this transporter tool. So for everyone who has been curious about how app design works, that is in a nutshell. So build the IPA. It is in this folder over here. And upload to the App Store, pretty much that, right? So what I'm going to do is we're going to copy this right here. And we're going to go to a Finder window. And we're going to go to folder. All right, we're going to switch windows now so you can switch screens, I mean, so that you can see this happen in real time. All right, let's go over here. And you see the time cost calculator IPA right here. It says to drag that, run build IPA. All right, so drag the IPA. So install Apple, drag and drop the IPA file in app bundle into the app. So we're going to take this right here, and we're just going to go and drag it just like that. And now that we have this, we can just simply click on deliver. So there's going to be, I'm going to have to get the iPhone as well, because we are going to have to verify that it did make it to the App Store into test flight, and then that we can actually get the new app on the device from test flight in the App Store. So gonna be cool. This has been a long time coming, and we almost missed our deadline, which I didn't even know I had a deadline, but I did have an idea. It should be 90 days. I didn't know what would happen after it, but somehow, some way, we made it on time, and all good. And we got our ads working, so that's even better. So it is delivered on May 11th, 2024 at 2:17 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go and take a look inside of here to see what we have. So let's refresh here. And would you looky here, version 1.2.0. We are out here, but I don't see nothing showing up yet. Let's see what's going on. We have something here. Let's go here. Test flight. The following builds are available to test. How come this shows over here, but this doesn't show over here? Let's see. We got screenshots. Oh, I might have to add some. Let me see. I wonder if I have to add screenshots for the new ones. Oh, okay. I remember what this was. Let's see. Crashes. I don't know why it doesn't show anything here. So let me get the phone real quick, right? Give me a second. I'm gonna go to the intro screen and then I will plug up the phone and see what happens. All right, so I did just get an email from Apple as well. Let me see what it said because it said there are some potential issues. Let me see. The email says, pulling it up on my phone. We noticed one or more issues with the recent delivery of the following app. Missing push notification entitlement. Your app appears to register with Apple push notification service, but the app signatures entitlement do not include app's environment. If your app uses the Apple push notice, I don't think it uses that. I don't think there's any push notifications on this. You may want to correct the following issues in your next delivery. Okay, so it's nothing that's blocking it now. So okay, let's go ahead and let me find this software that I was using last time so we can share the screen. It was, I don't remember the name of it. My Phone Mirror 2. All right, cool. Opening that up. Sorry about that. All right. Let's do iOS. Make sure your phone are on the same network and click. Let me see. Or we can do USB. Connect. All right. Connect the iOS device with the USB cable if you click trust. Let's see here. I did that. Then what? Okay, let's do that. And trust. All right. So now let's go into test flight. Oh, give me a second here. There we go. That was weird hearing yourself. All right. So we have a connection request. We're going to say connect. What is this? connection request from device. Bluetooth connection request. Answer that. All right. Let's see. So let's go into test flight again. I don't know where this connection keeps coming from. All right. So we have, I don't see the latest one though. This is the old one. So no, this is. Let's go here. Oh my goodness, this is annoying. Let's go. So I'm seeing the old one. This is a little too much. All right, there we go. Let's see. What are iOS app version 1.0? Missing compliance manage. What type of encryption does your app implement to bypass setting up import compliance? I mean, there's no data in here. Okay, that is a little annoying. Anyways, so let's see. Encryption algorithms are proprietary or not accepted as standard by international standards. Standard. I'm gonna go with none. It's your responsibility. All right, cool. We don't have any. We're not storing any sensitive data. If we do at some point, then we will worry about that. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. All right, cool. Ready to submit 90 days. So now when we go back to the phone thing, that's so annoying. Now we see the latest version that we just built and uploaded is in there in test flight. So we can do install. Did you build a secret token or using the default? I don't recall. I don't recall exactly. I know I had to create some signing keys and stuff like that, like because this was back in February when I was going through this. Where I had to do. Let me see. My God, it's so annoying. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to look into that. I know I did. I know I did like the bundle identifier and the signing capabilities, all that stuff. But as far as the secret token, I don't recall. Maybe I used the default. I don't know. Good question. Good question. Now we have to work on SEO. Yep, that's a fact. That is a fact because we have the calculator up, but getting it to I am not the best marketer out there, but you know, that's why we have a team. All right. So let's go ahead and do install. You already have this. Do you want to replace it? Yes, we do. Want to replace the current one. And now my 90 days starts over. And we can do open. And here. Oh my goodness, you are so annoying. And there we go. We have it. The ads will eventually pop up, I suppose. And let's say we do here. The biggest thing though, let's see if this doesn't crash because this was crashing for me last time. Because of the ads being on there and expanding and closing, but it's not crashing, so that's a good sign. Awesome. Awesome. Oh my god, this is so all right. I'm gonna disconnect this phone. Because I think that you know what? Let me see. Can I just turn off the Bluetooth maybe? Let's go to settings. That's why I'm an Android person. See, Mitch, this is why we're Android people, right? I'm getting all like this did not happen with the all right, cool. This hopefully that doesn't I don't know. I really don't know. Just keeps popping up. All right, so if we go now to here, hello. Oh, so you're telling me because I turned off the Bluetooth now, none of this stuff is working? Yeah, kidding me here. All right, let's go here. All right, there we go. So we close that out and we put 50. Looking good, looking good, looking good. And we do 10. And we do and we make 10 grand from it. Nice. Not a bad day. Spend 10 hours, $500, but you make 10,000, right? And how do I close this on? Now, here's a question. How do you get out of this in iOS? Hmm, that's a dilemma. I don't know how to close this in iOS. There goes one of my iOS limitations right there. But we do have it delivered in here. I just can't close this out. Let's see here. Mitch, the iOS person that you are, how do I get rid of this keyboard? I can't tab. I guess we're gonna have to Google something that should be super obvious, right? How to close keyboard on iPhone. Let's say you're in my message. So there's area. Just swipe down. So let's see. No. No. None. None whatsoever, Antonio. None whatsoever. He has absolutely no boundary. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me see. How do you I don't want to disable the keyboard. I just want to get rid of the keyboard. There we go. The keyboard is covering the submit button. That sounds like it could be a problem. The keyboard is covering the submit button in my Instagram app. How do I minimize the keyboard so I can submit my request? Let's see. To start, if you want to hide the keyboard in most apps, you can tap or tap the side of the area. Generally, it will hide it, if not forcing Instagram to quit. Really? Really? I can't get rid of the keyboard. Let's try that again. Keyboard won't leave me alone. Is that Apple problem or is that a me problem that I can't get rid of the keyboard? Let's go to here, 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 still there. Your car says you should be able to drag it down or tap and then drag it down. So it says drag it down, 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 drag it down, tap and drag it down. Oh, I don't know. This is on the app. I wonder if I can. Let me see. Let's see here. This is such like this is such a silly problem to have right now. Well, we're pretty much done though. I just wanted to. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do anything about this. Let me see. So if I go here, how do I kill the app? Let me see. Force quitting Instagram. How to force an app to close on your iPhone. Let's try that one. We're going to. Okay. Nope, not that. Let's see. I am such a bad iPhone user, I must say. Yeah, I don't have a submit button, but there's stuff that's under that should be. How's my? I am not an iPhone person at all. How do I kill the app? Should rename the stream to "Watch Me Struggle Using an iPhone." Uh, double click the home button. All right, double click the home button. And let's kill this one, kill that one, and go back over here, and go back over here. Click on this. Test flight, open. So this is what I was looking for. These two right here. So this works. And let's say we go to here. Oh, okay. So it just wasn't scrolling all the way, even though this was here. That's weird. That's weird. But oh, I'm not even showing it. Hold on. So now when I go to it, I'm still able to scroll the whole app, even though the keyboard is still there, which is fine. I don't see how to get rid of the keyboard, but I don't know. I don't know. And if we go, we get this, dismiss. Well, oh, they brought it back. I don't know. That's weird. because on Android they have a little button in the bottom corner where you can just close the keyboard, but like I'm like, what's going on here? But I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, you guys. The form is in the chat if you want to do some for Ferris Sigma testing. Anybody else beta testing of the app? By all means, go ahead and send me your email address and your platform so I can add you to the tester list. And yeah, I think we're good. I think we're in good shape. Eventually, these ads will show up at some point. But yeah, I'm happy. I am happy with our progress. Cool. All right. Well, I think that is about it. So let me check the chat real quick, and then we can get us out of here for today. But we accomplished our goal. We accomplished our mission. We wanted to push the app to the iOS store. And actually, let me just show this part one more time. In the App Connect store, here, the version 1.0.3, that one is done, expires in 2 days. This one is, do I need to? Okay, I have to add the groups. So I almost forgot that. Let me add the groups to that. External, let your testers know what you would like them to test. So this release contains the ads, and when you expand and close, I almost said the word despan. When you expand and close the video area, the app should not crash. Also added the ability to clear out each individual input field and a reset calculator at the button to reset all fields. All right, I think that's about it. Yeah, so let's submit. Am I submitting for review? Yeah, submit for review, I guess. I think it has to go through review, and then it has to go through, let's see, expires in 90 days, and we should get a status of testing, I believe, after the review goes through. I don't know. I don't remember exactly the process, but once it's reviewed, it doesn't take too long to get reviewed either, from what I remember. So, yeah, we're good. We are good. Let me see. Go over here and internal beta testers, and then I think once it gets ready for testing, then it will also be available to the rest of the. All right, 12 invites. All right, cool, perfect. Yeah, so let's go back to here. And that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for whoever was able to tune in and hang out with me as we push this app to the iOS store. It's already in the Android store for testing. Probably maybe next week after that, I will submit it for approval to go live in the stores. And then Tech Coach Ralph will have his first apps officially in both the iOS and the Android store. All right. So shout out to me. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you. Your car, always appreciate the love. Your car also says, my Galaxy Fold is a mini laptop in my hand. That is a good point. Never thought about it that way. That is a good point. Team Android for real. And Antonio Watkins says, Tech Coach Ralph, Team Android. That's what I'm talking about. And John Jackson, you did add the submit button. That is a good point. I did not add a submit button, but it was still acting weird, All right. So, all right, guys, you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go find something to do with my life, and you guys enjoy it. See you guys tomorrow for Terraform, and then throughout the week. And I'll see you guys in whatever Discord that we are a part of together. You guys enjoy. I'm going to wrap it up. So with this one, take care, guys.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.